And now CNN is reporting on its own hypocrisy.
The thing that I keep coming back to in the course of this reporting is this idea that back in 2012, President Obama was president when there was a $34 million renovation of this reflecting pool. And it also had a massive algae bloom right after it was refilled. Why don't we remember that? Why weren't we talking about that? Why are we talking about this now? Because President Obama wasn't personally involved. He did not insert himself. He did not drive his motorcade into the pool. But for Trump, that is how he does things. He is very personally involved. He views himself as the developer in chief. This is part of his legacy.
Do you believe that algae didn't exist when Barack Obama was the president? Is that right?
I believe that once he invested in the beautification of that specific part, what we did not see was a takeover that was blue and green within 36 to 48 hours after the investment happened, because we just didn't see anything happen.
Just for 1.6 billion years, algae has existed in stagnant pools on planet Earth, but not during the Obama administration.
What I'm saying is that it was treated, which is what Donald Trump could have done before he invested millions of American taxpayer dollars when Americans are fighting to put food on the tables for their families.
I learned something tonight. I didn't realize that President Obama had cured algae when for 1.6 billion years algae had been undefeated. So I've learned something this evening. Look, here's the deal. It's not,
I think part of it was that the president was coming out, and he has talked about these projects so much. I mean, he's not just like, this isn't just other people bringing up what he's doing in Washington with the ballroom and the reflecting pool. He brings them up pretty much every chance he's in front of cameras. But he was the one who said they wouldn't have algae, they wouldn't have this, that they were going to fix.
I want somebody to sue.
Yes, for days now, this is trending on social media. Now, the president is preparing to sue ABC for their bad reporting. If you take a look at this, President Trump, and now he is preparing to sue ABC News for their false reporting on the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool renovations. We are preparing a lawsuit against ABC for false reporting, unlike their money, which will be given to the U.S. Treasury. Trump wrote on Truth Social. Last week, I thought maybe the news was slow because the way these people carried this to a different level. Some even went there, did a lot of videos, and it has attracted a lot of people to now talk about what is going on. I don't know, about 5 to 6 people have been arrested vandalizing this place. But Democrats don't see that. They don't even want to talk on what happened during the Obama period. All the focus is Trump spent this until Whoopi Goldberg had to call for people to sue Trump as a result of what he did to the pool.
I want somebody to sue. Because if a contractor did this at your house, this is what you would do. I think the country needs to say, we're suing you for doing this without our permission. And we're suing the people who did it because clearly they didn't know what they were doing.
I mean, I don't really know what to do with that. It's a renovation to a national monument. Who needs to give permission to the President of the United States?
There's a lot to unpack here. And I mean, Americans are struggling with paying to buy a house, for their gas. There's $40 trillion in debt right now. And so there's a lot of issues we could talk about instead of spending taxpayer dollars on a lawsuit against the government because of a reflecting pool. It's just not a serious conversation that 99.999% of Americans couldn't care less about. I think we should channel that energy into solving real issues like figuring out what housing the homeless, things that are serious conversations that voters would actually like to hear about.
Brianna, it is, though, lighting up Washington today, the reflecting pool, the ongoing saga of the algae.
Yeah, it's just so crazy that we're at a point where maintenance of a national monument, which is under the purview of the president, is, apparently a constitutional crisis for Whoopi Goldberg, who wants to now use lawfare to stop Donald Trump. And notice, nobody said this when Obama was spending more money to fix the reflecting pool, because guess what? Presidents should care about beauty and all that stuff. And I know we joke all the time about Trump derangement syndrome, but it's a real thing. And I think this is an example of it, because Whoopi Goldberg is unable to just objectively say, you know what, take taking care of the reflecting pool is a good thing, right? Trump tried to make something more beautiful and better. So it could be all jokes, but Whoopi Goldberg calling for lawfare is a sign of a Democrat Party that thinks the only way they're going to win is by taking it to the court.
I like it, though. I like whenever, they speak out against the Obamas because it reminds us of what the White House is currently lacking.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There is absolute nothing to see here. Their level of hypocrisy is on another level. A level not seen in a long time. You saw the beginning of the video, right? Where they are calling out Obama. Oh, they did this, they did that. Nobody talked about that. But because it's Trump, you will see this kind of meltdown. I understand. It's because Trump always things should be done. And he's always there to observe that they do the right thing.
Community theater. I mean, let's be honest about what this is. Donald Trump hired a company that was not qualified to do this. They did a shoddy job, which we can all see now. The liner is coming up. And because he has such a fragile ego, because he is so delicate as a Fabergé egg, now Donald Trump has to pretend, play make-believe that, in fact, this was the work of elusive vandals. And even though the reflecting pool is under 24/7...
Yes, the level of TDS is actually more than the level I actually thought. If you look at the kind of meltdown these people are putting out about this poll, you will think this is the only important thing they are supposed to focus on. I don't know if the news is slow or what exactly. Why would they continue to do this? For almost a week, they have been singing this like a song until it reached a level now that Whoopi Goldberg calls for people to sue the administration for doing this. When Obama was there, they spent these. They had problems. They could not resolve that. Trump came in now. If they are even sending people there to vandalize everywhere, I think they've arrested some. If it was a Democrat president, you will not see this kind of meltdown. They will see this like normal because the Republican will ignore this. They will not really focus on this. Like, what is this? We have important things to talk on. But Democrat, they will pick it up and the mainstream media will support and they will continue to sing like a song. For weeks now, if you check CNN, MSNBC, everybody is talking about this. Like, what is this?
In fact, Barack Obama also tried to work on the reflecting pool as well. I think it's a good thing, honestly, that we have a president that's taken some interest in trying to fix up the city, including this reflecting pool. I wish him well in his battle against the algae.
Be honest. Watching this video to this level is not boring. Because to me it's boring. This is not something that people really say, put out segment upon segment, talking about. The kind of blame they're struggling to create here, Democrat now, they've been lacking something to say about the president for a very long time. And now they find little loopholes, to just jump into this, start blaming the president, saying all ridiculous things. He has done a lot. The good things he did, cleaning DC, nobody talked about. Because of this, look at the meltdown. I'm ending here. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clip you see at the end, that is for white everything. You can always keep.
You guys were both at the Obama Library. Yeah. Do we have a picture of the Obama Library?
We hear all sides.
Of course he will.
To recognize the original inhabitants of the land
developed. It's a neighborhood that has been underserved for so long.
10 years from now,
I want them to see a loving representation of a black couple.
how did you moment?
I don't know that we were trying to prognosticate.
Economy, expanding healthcare.
Your next chapter. One word.
Fun.
Me.
Now. We're live on MS All right, add a zero to it if you need to.
The sight of this man just disgusts me.
And of that UFC fight, because to me, that does not celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Monday night gave the president and his acolytes an opportunity where the gladiator's God was praised for his
80th birthday.
When you come for the rest.
How good does this feel?
Never do this again.
Went under
to jurors, but it was shown.
Oh, can you hear me? Yeah, no, I heard what happened. Listen,
Goodness isn't about to get you going to jail, but
You're on my page, so you automatically know.
Los Angeles
is that it's really important not to conflate.
So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening.
It was on here in the Golden State.
In 39 days, we will know the winner.
Supports me is a Democrat.
Encouraged in California. Now you realize people everywhere in America make fun of people.
And so this is my life.